How much is gonna upset you the closest you've ever gotten to Kanye West was barefooting? Rich, dude! Welcome to my mountain! Oh, fuck.
Set the jet, my grubber.
Squeeze the trigger, take your time.
Nobody else would scrub both those bears. Nobody else would.
Rusted out Chevy, steady showing charcoal, game on the TV. I ain't got a swimsuit, sure as hell gonna jump in. Another shot of Cuervo, turn up on the weekend. Turn up on the weekend, turn up on the weekend.
We get there Wednesday night. Neil, being the glass monster that he is, starts viewing wildlife. Well, no sooner than 30 seconds after we pull up, he notices a bear. So we ditch I ditched my clothes, I put on my hunting gear, and he was wearing gym shoes, black jeans, a fucking basketball jersey, and a Sitka jacket. And that was it. He looked like he fell out of a storybook onto like a redneck like empire. Put a stalk on it, never come back to it, end up sleeping next to all the campsites are closed because of Corona. So we end up sleeping next to a fucking public bathroom. We're just about to heat up oatmeal.
Yeah, we're literally oatmeal shit is out of the car. We glass this bear. We're like chucking oatmeal into the car and put a play on it. So we run up the mountain.
To make a long story short, I've gone bear hunting a lot with no success. So to go with Neil and just immediately be successful day one, I was like blown away. Take a terrible pop shot, don't even get close. Bear runs off. Morning one, like in the books, and we're just like, oh, that's it. Well, that's like the one stock we're gonna have.
Yeah, nature just gave us our gift. We're fucked.
And I've blown it.
But we have so many days left. It's like we pack in
5 miles.
Hey Sam, what are we doing right now?
We're gonna go get a redemption bear for me.
And where's the nearest bear right now?
Honestly, it's probably right over there.
Isn't there also a grizz fucking right across?
You mean the predator hunting us? You know, that's right over there. He's pretty cute.
We build a dope fire. We end up glassing a black bear that night. Sam puts a play on it, me watching down below. Doesn't really come to fruition. Beautiful boar though.
Not my fault.
No, not your fault at all. It's just like boar was cruising country, and we sleep that night. You know, cold as hell. That was the coldest night, I think.
I woke up at 4 because my body was like, wake up, you're cold, bitch.
Yeah, and then
I was cold for 2 more hours. I woke up before Neil. Neil was still in the tent, and I immediately started gathering fire supplies, so as soon as he could wake up, I could assault him for the
and it was just like, lighter, and then just light the whole thing.
Right.
So we pack out, realizing, you know, we got one bear, that was sick, but whatever, pack out. Basically, over the next several days, we are amazed at, one, the amount of bears, but also the ratio. We saw, let's see, course of the trip was just,
it was
24, yeah, pretty much. We saw about 24 bears, 12 to 14 were grizz, 10 to 12 were black bears. And we ended up probably stalking every day, right? I would say.
At least seeing.
At least seeing and stalking, yeah. And we had like 3 really close calls. We literally stalked like black bears around, like through grizzlies that we knew were there. Right? To get to the black bears, we stalked through grizzlies.
That was like night 3 maybe. We see the sow, we're really energized, I'm like, let's go for it. So we go after this bear. By the time we get up there, we had gone down the wrong valley. We start bumping over valleys to the next green pastures to find this thing. And at one point, Neil stops, and I realize he's on another bear. So I run over to him, and I realize it's a grizzly bear. And this grizz is maybe 30 yards at this point. And Neil, being the human who's dead inside, feels some sort of life, decides
so
not really to be like, hey bear. He's like whispering to this thing. This thing, hey bear, hey bear. And this thing kind of like hears him and is like, I don't really know what they are, but like I'm gonna get closer. Gets it within 25 yards, goes downwind, catches the wind, and fucking bails.
That's what I live for. That rush, dude. That was so sick. Yeah. We even the next morning had a black bear first light. Woke up, boom, black bear, run after it, and literally would have harvested this black bear. And the only thing that ruined the stock was us bumping 2 subadult grizzlies at like 25, 30 yards. This is the wildest place ever. We are failing black bear stalks because we're bumping grizzlies. Let's jump to the big moment of the trip.
Right.
It's morning of one of the days, 4 or 5, and we glass this just, I mean, at least 2,000 feet vertical up this mountain, as far as you could glass an animal to know what animal it is, and there is this cinnamon colored dot. I will get in my head more if I don't go and wonder what would have happened.
Right.
So we're just gonna go. So we bomb up this mountain. We relocate it once, but when we get up closer, we don't see it. We're worried. I'm like, dude, let's push up a little higher, get to this next tree and just like check. And right there, as I get to this next tree, I see the cinnamon back, and we are under 100 yards this thing.
This whole thing that was irritating was the first time I missed because I was excited. I'm a big bird hunter. I don't do a lot of big game. When I do big game, I'm not successful. I've been successful with a bow, never with a rifle. And Neil works his ass off, gets me within 100 yards of this bear, and I see this thing stands up on a log, beautiful, like quartering towards the shot, like easily 30 out 600 yards, no doubt. Drop around right in the center of his chest and drop him. And I click, and there's just a resounding click and nothing. To immediately revert to panicking. So I slam open the chamber, try and slam another round into. I'm making so much noise trying to slam a goddamn round into this fucking rifle. Finally slam a rifle like a round in, and I look up and the bear is completely gone. Neil finally like sets in. He's like, dude, this bear was spooked because you were fucking loud, which is true.
It was heavy, to say the least, dude.
A second successful stalk in 3 days.
Yeah.
After 2 years of bear hunting and not having a single stalk.
It was heavy. I'm like, dude, we are the kind of homies that non-stop talk. We just like are very like just wanting to, always like bullshit and like have a good time. And dude, we were silent for a good 30 minutes. Like
I got real with Neil. I got real fucking emotional. I just can't handle this many failures. Yeah, dude, it's just like this, like fucking time. It's like
I know.
It's like nobody else would screw up both those bears. Nobody else would. You wouldn't. I just feel like I'm dragging you down with me. It's just like.
Dude, I got plenty of time to fill this tag. I want to see you fill your first. Don't worry about me. I 100% would get more out of seeing you shoot your first bear than me shoot my fourth.
I wanted to quit. I was like, yeah, we're done.
We're going home.
We're fucking. We're done.
And like, we knew we had more days. We could make it. Dude, we made it happen twice in like 3 days. We had even more stocks than that, but 2 under 150. Let's keep it up, dude. And so we did. And the moment we realized we made the right decision, it was the next day or something. We busted our ass all day, like all morning. Got maybe a stock that failed or something. Wind blew. We then looked for sheep heads for a day. We're just tired. We're like, let's hop back in the vehicle, post up, and just like have a beer next to the road and glass. It's not even like true bear time. Yeah. Let's just like glass next to the road, have a beer. People are passing us. Oh, County 22, Jackson. Like these two.
Like 8 people brought it up. It was the weirdest thing.
And they're even thinking, they're wondering if we're like wildlife photographers wearing camo or we're hunters. They can't really tell. We're just like having a good time. They're like, I think they're honestly like, I'm glad those 2 kids are in camp chairs, glassing hard, like miles away. Like we knew we're not like road hunting, but we're just glassing miles from the road, and then we put these gnarly stocks on from the road. And these 2 blacked out Ford
matching
Raptors roll up, and we're making fun of them. But clean, dude. Like lifted, clean. Ford Raptors, blacked out everywhere. Drive up
because we're near Cody, right? There's no surprise about that.
Yeah.
And then he was like, "Oh, dude, you know who lives near Cody? Kanye West." And I heard he just bought 8 Raptors. I'm like, they pulled out. You're like, dude, Kanye West just 8
Yeah, we were joking about it.
And we were joking about it.
We were joking about it, like, oh, watch it be Kanye. Like,
and I'm like, yeah, dude, Kanye West. And like, we laugh as a male gets out of the car with a small child.
Decked out. The small child was like
decked out in like
clothing,
in like nice, fancy, fucking like rich people clothes. And they drive past us, and I see a bald-headed guy. And like, I grew up in Chicago, so I fucking know what Kanye West looks like. And this guy drives past us, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, that is Kanye West.
And Sam, to like smart as he is, like looks behind every so often, sees him coming back. So we both get up, turn, and like the first raptor coming up, and I wave, and that's when all the tint in the front goes away, and I realize I'm waving at a smiling Kanye West with his hand up as well, waving back, looking at what? Two bear hunters covered in camo.
Like it was so fucking clearly Kanye West.
And we're waving at Kanye and his little kid in the front seat.
I mean, dude, it's like when they pulled out, I was like, oh, that's Kanye West.
Yeah,
I not a single doubt in my mind.
And it was just like, dude, we just saw Kanye West while bear hunting. Like, who? What?
How much is it gonna upset you that the closest you've ever gotten to Kanye West was bear hunting?
It was that moment where like, dude, this trip is already like insane, but like this is just like good karma maybe. And also prior to that, like an hour earlier, we'd helped these two old people take a nice photo, and they were really happy and nice. Yeah, cute moment for sure. And they like we're like good karma maybe. Like, well, that's not why we did it, but it like helped, you know, whatever.
Right.
And so all of a sudden at like 6, right when it's like bear 30, right, like 6:30, glass just this nice black bear, another 2+ miles, 2,000 feet straight up. It's like,
yeah,
we climb, creep through some more timber on some elk trails, through branches of this tree. I just see this like dark chocolate fur moving.
Right.
And it was like, dude, we're less than 150 from this thing. Let's let it feed out. We got beautiful wind. Everything in today lining up. Like, yo, bears, Kanye, nice old people. Everything's lining up. Beautiful wind. Like, are you kidding me? So
I move up left, waiting like what was probably 3 minutes, but felt like 30 minutes for this bear to finally come open.
Just breathe. Remember to squeeze the trigger. Aim small. Dead center of the body. Beautiful chocolate. No cubs.
And I had just remembered I'd failed 2 stalks so poorly, and Neil, the sweetheart that he is, had just gritted his teeth and dealt with it. And this bear comes out, and I'm taking deep breaths. I range it 150 yards. I'm slowly squeezing the trigger. It comes broadside, and I fire. Bear does this weird jump, does like a little dance move, and just starts bucking it.
It's clearly wounded. I can tell it's hit. Sam goes for some second shots.
I'm just like lodging whatever ammo I have in the rifle at this point.
At this point, it's like you're hoping this bear just dies quick. It's no one likes to see this, but this is part of hunting.
She's dying. Yeah. We're just gonna have to track the shit out of her.
And we'll just cut to the chase. What ends up ensuing is literally a blood trailing endeavor on an animal with thick fur that doesn't help with blood trailing through literally infested country. By this point, we'd seen about 10 grizzlies in this area. 4 of them we'd encountered under 40 yards.
Yeah.
And now we're blood trailing an injured bear. A couple good like blood spots, but then started petering out, and we realized we need to like save this for morning for our safety and for like the health of the bear. Just let it die in peace. It was hard, and I gotta give it to my boy Sam here for one of the most like respectable mindsets I've ever seen. I was expecting just absolute rage quitting, throwing in the gun, throwing in the towel, and just being like, screw this place. These 3 stalks have just been utter failures, and more just came to this. No, but I'm sure it was, but you came to this beautiful like finality of the event where it's like, you know what? We haven't found this bear, but I mortally wounded it. We're gonna cut my tag.
Bright red blood, huge blood trail.
Right. You definitely hit a lung, but probably just one.
Right.
And it was kind of like, dude, this is part of hunting. I trained, I practiced, we got the shot. I was steady. I got a good rest. I know I made a decent shot. You did. This is just part of hunting. Some animals just don't get hit perfectly, and they go far. And bears are hard to blood trail. And you came to this like beautiful finale, like, yo, this has been an amazing 5-day hunt. Everything you would have wished for. We had more stalks than we could ever ask for. Nature gave us the experience of a lifetime. We were allowed to harvest 1 bear. We clearly did. We haven't recovered it. We're cutting our tag. And this is a finality of a moment.
It sucked, but it was like, you know, I had done everything I could. The ethical decision at that point was to punch the tag. I knew that bear was dead in a hill, and we had searched straight grizz country, like true grizz country. We were running the grizzly every day. Minus 40 yards. We searched that next morning all day, followed the blood trail, marked it, and we found nothing. And it just kind of came to this moment where I was like, you know, we've done...
That was this morning.
Everything we can.
Just to get to where we were going to look for blood.
Right.
So now we're literally focusing on finding blood of a dead bear that has probably been overtaken by grizz or some predator. To get to that spot, we had to walk through 4 grizzlies. You know, we came out here to stalk bears, enjoy the woods, experience wild country wilderness, and try to have you harvest your first bear. And you did. You did harvest your first bear. We just didn't recover it. It's not going to waste. We're going to punch the tag. We did punch tag.
Right.
And we had an amazing trip. And this is why we do it.
I mean, the worst part was just those. And the best part was knowing that I had done everything we could. Neil had done everything we could. And it was just like. It was just the end. It was the end of like what we had subscribed to. And we had subscribed to like a grueling bear hunt.
5.5 days, probably 60 miles.
Yeah.
Of like non-trails.
Who fucking
falling
knows
rocks.
how much elevation? I mean,
yeah, I don't even want to count it. We love rock climbing, we love mountain biking, we love all these other sports, but to those, we generally get this expected outcome. You know, you expect this certain amount of adrenaline and excitement, and you get it, right?
Right.
With these sort of experiences, we had no idea what this 5 days instilled. And you know what? We had incredible encounters, 24 bears, some cold nights, some amazing mornings, some stars you never expect. I mean, dude, that's why we do it. Some like this unknown.
The light at the end of the tunnel is that like, you know, the fun of this hunting is the adventure. Is like
being with the boys, man, and just
run into Kanye West black bear hunting.
You run into Kanye West black bear hunting.
Shows hell gon' jump in. Take another shot of Cuervo. Turn up on the weekend. Turn up on the weekend. Turn up on the weekend.
Dude, it's a fucking Monday.
Dude, welcome to my mountain. Woo!
Why you rich them?
Woo! I found this little story. I've lost this on 3 different hunts with Neil. The first one was a September mule deer hunt in high country where it ended up snowing the fuck out of us and I ended up getting tossed in my bag, lost it. So sad because they don't make this flavor. The second time was on a hunt with actually by myself in a sleeping bag, and I shoved it in there, and then I found it this year in my sleeping bag, the bottom of my sleeping bag when I took it out like a month ago, and now for the 3rd time I found it in my backpack and it's getting eaten. It's going in my pocket.
You're gonna forget it in your pocket.
It's getting eaten 100%, dude.
Nice.
I'm gonna eat it right now. Fuck it. I don't even care. Get this on film, dude.
Woo!
Fucking rich, dude. Fucking flavor.
That just looked really.
I'm gonna get a whole fucking bag of these.